This video is from a private lesson with my mentor a few months ago. At the time, I barely knew what he was saying, but now I'm starting to get it. And I want to take y'all inside that journey with me. If you are new to trading and trying to figure it out, watch this. I'm breaking down a real mentorship call that helped me level up. Here's what I learned and how I see it differently now. I used to feel lost in trading. Then I got a mentor. This is from one of our sessions. Back then, I didn't fully get it, but today I'm walking you through it with the perspective I've gained. Let's get into it. I'm not a guru. I'm not pretending to be an expert, but I am learning from someone that has been in this game, and this is my actual mentorship call. I'm breaking it down and sharing what stuck. Okay, let's get right into it, and here we'll talk about the challenges that I was still facing at the time during this mentorship call, which was actually understanding different time frames. So looking at one time frame and being able to determine how can I look at this time frame to determine what to make on a different time frame. So let's get right into it.
Okay. What are the challenges that you're facing now? Tell me. Like when you were looking at a chart.
Still, I would say looking at two different time frames, and they are obviously different in different time frames, but just knowing, I know you're trusting Big Brother, what Big Brother says is where the trend is going, but still matching up the 1 and the 5, the 5 and the 30, and just trying to learn and see how to use that, to be honest.
Okay. Where exactly you're facing the challenge? We can spend a little time on that. Don't worry. We're ahead of the schedule already.
I would guess really just even reading the charts, knowing how to use a bigger time frame to execute a trade on there. I haven't done it before. I guess it just looks so foreign. One chart, the 1 minute to the 5 minute, seems so different from each other. I know over time, if I continue to practice and continue to see it more and more and more, I'll get it, but I still haven't grasped like how to look at I'm not thinking you trade on the 5 minutes, or how to look at the 30-minute chart and say, oh, this is what's going on, and now I can wait for this on the 5 minute to make an entry point. Obviously I know once it get close to the 9 EMA, after like a pullback, after like a big green candle, waiting for the next candle to close. I have the information, but just putting it all together, it seems, I've been patient, but I know it takes time as well.
All right. Walk me through this trade on SPY. You have the 5 on the left, you have the 1 on the right. Walk me through this trade. How would you trade it?
It was up in an uptrend, then I see the green as a 9, the blue is the 20, white is the 60, yellow is the 200. So the green crossed over at the 10-minute mark. Looks like it crossed and changed trends. Started going into a downtrend on the 5 minute, and I know it could clear definite change of direction once it crosses over 200. So this would be like a short opportunity. You probably want to wait till not that first big wick candle close on the 5 minute, but maybe those two greens, not those two, but maybe that second one, that would you put in an entry point there for a short position, I would guess.
Here.
I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Here.
Yeah, well, I get that's a clear of the trend change, or the start of the trend change. I would say probably wait for that second candle after that big red one, when it crossed the 200 EMA, to put in maybe an entry point.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess seeing it on the red or seeing it on the 5, I didn't look over to the 1 yet. But
You need to see both sides, sir.
And now looking back, I just so amazed at how far I've come from just not even knowing to look at the 1 minute and the 5 minute. These charts look very similar now, but now to even think that back then, it was just looked so foreign to me. But now I clearly can see that it's pretty much the exact same setup here, which it obviously is. But at that time, going back from chart to chart, it seemed a little bit foreign. And this obviously, the trend was, the SPY was in an upper trend. It crossed over to, like I mentioned, that big red candle. It crossed over all EMAs, the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA, the 60 EMA, and the 200 EMA. But what I was saying and what you want to do now is wait for a candle to close, the second candle to close below the 200 EMA. That way you're waiting for confirmation. That like it's for sure that this is going to be in a trend, change in direction. So then you want to set a stop loss, obviously pretty below there or pretty close to one of the EMAs to protect your risk as well. But it's pretty amazing just how far you'll come if you just stick with it. Again, I've come far away from there. I can see myself now a year, 2 years from now, knowing that this is a journey and we want to master this here.
I guess now seeing that on the 5 minute, you probably want to wait till it hits use like the 9 EMA for a entry point.
Here.
Exactly. No, more, to the right more.
Here.
Probably wait. Yeah. So you wait till it taps back up to that to go into the entry point.
Okay. That is a very good one. Okay. Right here.
I don't see your mouse. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a superb entry. That is a superb entry. Tell me why.
You say super bad entry?
Superb.
Oh, because you waited to hit your 9 EMA. It's close to your first your 200 EMA. Well, you'll have your stop loss close to that, so it's not much of a risk. It's the beginning of a trend change.
Tell me this. Okay. Why not take the entry right here? I know you took a very good entry, but why not take the entry here? Or on this candle, when this red or this red, why not take the entries there?
That would more than likely be a better entry point. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Looking at the 5 minute where you're struggling, this candle literally killed me off yesterday. Okay. This candle literally killed me off. Okay. Look here. What happened? In the market open, the market makers knew. Okay, yesterday I got my 100% confirmation that Trump works hand in hand with market makers. Okay.
Oh wow.
Seriously.
Oh really?
Yeah, the same thing cannot be happening 3 times. Okay, first time it may happen, second time might be a coincidence, third time is an impossible thing. Okay, he announces things before that the market gets pumped up in one direction, he announces and then it moves in the opposite direction. Okay, in the last 2 weeks I have seen this 3 times, so this is no more a coincidence. Alright, so what happens? The market maker knew that this basically is going to come down. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So they popped it up, or
So they pumped it up. His news came out at 10, I think like just 1 minute after 10:05. The news was, do you know about the tariffs, that he's putting the tariffs on Canada and Mexico, correct?
correct.
Then they brought the market down based on that last Sunday. Then they said like, hell no, we are gonna delay it for 1 month. Okay, on that. Then it's like my 6-year-old. Okay, yesterday he said like, I'm gonna put the tariffs back from Monday. Okay, so even my 6-year-old doesn't change his minds like that. Let me be very honest here. All right, so here, they knew this is gonna happen. They pumped up the market in the morning. Then boom, right? This died. Look at your 5 minute. The 5 minute candle is still forming, Jeremy. This is where the first 5 minute candle stopped. Okay? You're here. That big red candle formed. Okay, bro? Now, what happens? This thing basically came back up. Tried to come back up. Tested the 200 EMA. right?
Yep.
And the test failed, straight went down. Okay. After a big drop like this, sometimes you will see a rebound bounce. Okay.
Okay.
Then basically, I again tried. This time, it went up nowhere near the 200 EMA. This clearly tells you, hey bro, and
Change
look
it.
at your EMAs. Your 9, price is below 9, 20 is above, 60 is above already, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the stacking of EMAs we discussed last time, how the EMAs are in perfect order or not, correct?
No, tell me again now about that.
Okay,
No.
this is a perfect order of EMAs. 9, 20, 60 and 200.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see? One below another, in exact order.
Exactly.
9, 20, 60 and 200. What does it tell you? Bigger is it. Slightly smaller, more smaller, smallest. Perfect order. What will always happen? Tell me, Jeremy. The trend will be first trying to test the small EMA, correct?
Correct.
Then the second trend, this higher trend, basically that will try to test. If it breaks, then it will test the next one. That is the way how things go, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Here what happened, Jeremy? Here this is a perfect stacking of EMAs. Do you see? Small, little bigger, bigger, biggest. Okay. But here you can say this thing is literally playing out. By the second time it tried to go, it made a lower high from here, right?
Yeah.
So what does it tell you?
Changing trend.
It's telling you like the change of trend has happened already. And the 9 is already below the 60, correct?
Correct.
By the time this one happened, the 20 is below the 60 as well, correct?
Yes.
So that provides you what? That gives you further and further confirmation that, hey, this guy may not be what you are thinking this guy is. This guy might be going down. Makes sense?
It does.
Okay. So that's how you look at it. Makes sense, bro?
It does. It does.
Okay. So here is your perfect entry point. What's your stop loss? Right here, above the 200.
Okay.
Makes sense?
It does.
Okay. Next, what happens? Tell me. This guy starts dropping. Look at your 5 minutes. Is my trend breaking anywhere in the 5 minutes? Am I closing anywhere above the 20 EMA on the 5 minutes?
No.
Sure.
Or where are you? Where are you right now? Or where are you?
Let's say I'm here, wherever. Did I ever break the 20 EMA on the 5 minutes, my brother?
No.
So what does it tell you?
The chin is something tight.
Exactly. Makes sense?
It does.
All right. You got it, right?
I do have it, but is it that simple?
It is that simple. Seriously,
And we don't-
it's that simple.
And you don't use like the volume bars on the side, like you
First, will tell me what.
right.
This is the fun part. I'm glad that you asked that question because that's exactly what I want to show you next. Look, when this thing is trying to get back, do you see the volume is fading? You mean the volume bar, the volume profile here, the one which is on the side?
I was wondering which one do you mainly use or look at?
There's this volume. That's it. Okay. The volume profile gives you something different. Volume profile is not volume burst. It shows you like where the highest number of orders got executed. Okay. It's a very different thing. Not
Okay.
the one basically what some of my friends try to say that they are trying to use to trade penny stocks. Whatever it happens, you cannot use volume profile to trade penny stocks, plain and simple. Volume profile works very well on large caps or indexes. Okay, on penny stocks it doesn't work, my brother.
Okay.
Okay, and now look here. When this thing is basically trying to go up, do you see any significant push up on the volume, any increase of volume on any of these bars? Not really, very flat, correct?
Correct.
What does it tell you? No one is really believing this thing has the strength to go up. Makes sense. Giving you further confirmation that the downtrend is intact. Tries to go down more. Has volume. Where? On the red bar. What does it tell you? The sellers are completely in control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the sellers are selling as much as they can. Correct?
Correct.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
And then buyers made a push to like
The buyers
Nah.
push, but that push is even with a very strong push which is coming close to this selling bar. Okay, the bar basically which shows you like the sellers are in control. And by the way, Jeremy, at any given point of the time there is a equal number of buyers and sellers in the market. Always. There cannot be more sellers or more buyers. For a trade to take place, it has to be exactly the same number of people on both sides. Correct?
correct.
Okay. So never, I mean, like whenever someone says, oh, this is basically the sellers are more, okay, or the buyers are more, just saying that guy is an idiot.
Yeah.
Because you have to have a equal number of buyers and sellers, bro. Otherwise, there is no trade.
Exactly.
Make sense?
It does. It does.
Okay. So, but what matters is there might be a higher number of buyers versus sellers. Okay. Or did you get lost?
No, what do you mean by that then?
See, we are talking about there has to be some person who's buying and the quantity, correct? It
Correct.
might be, look at this bar. On this bar, simple enough, about 745,000 SPY shares sold. It can be like one person sold everything and maybe 100 other people bought it.
I see.
Okay, but it is very difficult for us to understand that. So we'll take that completely out of our heads. For us, the buyers and sellers are always equal. For us, it's more important to see who is in control, the buyer or the sellers. Think of a boxing ring. There is always two people, right? You don't have a boxing ring with three people, do you? It happens in WWE, okay, which is literally like a soap opera. As a child, I used to watch it so eagerly.
Yeah. I did as well.
Okay, but seriously, like everything is staged, it's like a soap opera and everything, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, now, what happens? This one, when basically happens, you have a huge volume coming down. This guy has a much lower volume trying to push up. What does it tell you? The buyers still did not have enough power to force the volume to move up, correct? Versus these guys, they just killed it. And exactly that's the result you see after a while. Do you see?
I see.
That's it. Makes sense.
It does.
Yep. That is it, sir.
A lot. Hopefully you got some benefit from that. We went over the different different EMAs, the 9 EMA, 20 EMA, 60 EMA, and 200 EMA. And whenever a stock was to cross over the 60 and the 200 EMA, we're going to see a change in trend of direction. So if the stock was in an upper trend and it crosses over the 60 and 200 EMA, more than likely that stock is going to change and go into a downward trend. And obviously, if it wasn't in a downward trend and the stocks and the buyers push it up above the 60 and the 200 EMA, more than likely it's going to change the trend and go into an upper trend. So again, hopefully you guys got some value from that. I will be posting and going through a bit of these different mentorship sessions that I had with my mentor, just to hope it'll help you guys out as well. So continue on this journey, trade lifers. Have a good one now. I genuinely hope this helps someone out the way it helped me. If you are like me and on your trading journey, stay consistent, stay humble, always continue learning, and commit to mastery.